Trauma Center, here again. Trauma Center again. Operation, here. New blood, Trauma Center.
Patient's vitals are dangerously low.
Where's the liver to be transplanted? I'll get it. This is the liver we'll use for the operation. I'll prepare the anastomosis constrictor we'll need for this operation.
The order in which we should connect the liver is vein, portal vein, artery, and bile duct.
Let's start by connecting the vein then.
Actually doing the transplant is quite easy. It's just a simple procedure, which you'll see here.
On the vein is complete.
Then there's this little problem.
Why is there stigma here?
Don't tell me. One of them was infected? We don't have time to ask. The patient's vitals have increased a little. Next.
First things first, note that the maximum vitals increase for each of the tubes that you connect. But in practice, it's not really a good idea to try connecting more than the vein. You're just going to have to operate on care with pretty low vitals. Now, it's not too bad, if only because the actual area they can attack is only the liver, which is pretty small.
Another one appeared. Tumors have appeared in the area.
These two care make tumors instead of lacerations. For now, it's just these two, but later on we'll be seeing actually even more different attacks, some even worse than the tumors. Now, getting rid of the tumors isn't hard, of course. We know how to do that, but it takes a lot more time than simply suturing a cut. At the end, you still have to deal with a fused care, and there are a couple of things to keep aware of. First is that maybe you forgot where some of the tumors are and it's still there draining your vitals. The second is the fact that you have low maximum vitals. Of course, you already knew that, but the point is that if the fused care attacks, it does a lot of damage, so you need to make sure you keep them pretty high all the time. Case in point, you also gotta be careful to keep it in the middle of the screen, because otherwise you won't really be doing any damage to it. And if you run out of laser, that gives it a good opportunity to attack.
The care has disappeared. Please continue with the transplant operation.
The portal vein is the yellow tube.
Now's our chance to make an incision. We can't keep... Let's perform an...
Regarding the actual transplant, I sometimes have a bit of difficulty actually getting the part of the tube that the game wants you to grasp. I think it's right near the tip.
Perform the anastomosis.
Other than that, the order is blue, yellow, red, green. You can just kind of skip the video to where something starts happening if you want.
Please make an... It's hemorrhaging a lot. Perform the anastomosis. Now suture it. We've transplanted the liver and... That was a surprise.
This isn't...
Doctor, what's the matter?
If that care came from the donor's liver...
Then we'll have to do that again with the other patient, won't we? But we don't have a spare liver.
Yeah, we have to do this. Let's be ready for anything.
The patient will be transported to a safe location. I'm afraid of what might happen, but we should move on to the next operation.
We're ready to go.
Get that liver ready. The anastomosis treatment is the same as before. Just because the blue blood vessel is the vein, make an incision, drain the blood, pull it straight toward the incision, and perform the anastomosis. Anastomosis on the vein is finished. Next up is the... What? This can't be. It's stigma, and there's two of them. It's not just care?
What a nightmare.
I agree, but we can't run away from this.
You're right. Bring out the onyx serum. Pretty ironic that we'd be using...
Vitals have improved.
You have to deal with care and onyx simultaneously. Now, luckily, again, it's a small area, so there's not a lot of room for onyx to hide. However, you do have a care making lacerations no matter what. You should not kill it, because then you will have two to deal with. You can hit it twice, but try to avoid hitting it more than that.
The onyx has been eliminated. Continue working. One of the care has been incinerated.
Without onyx, this is pretty much the same as before. The second wave will make lacerations, not tumors this time, which is good. There's also still only 3 waves, so there's overall 1 fewer care to deal with.
Care have fused together. The laser's working.
Here on out is pretty much just going to be care and then a transplant, so again, you can skip to the end if you really want. I don't have a lot to say about it.
Not yet.
Been incinerated. All that's left is to transplant the liver.
Wonder if anyone's still here.
The constrictor is
Probably going to go and do challenge 3 after this. I skipped it after chapter 5 just to sneak preview, and I might end up doing it on my own.
Make the incision. They can drain the blood. Now perform the anastomosis. Sutured before the bile duct is the green tube is the bile duct. Now's our chance. Drain the blood. Perform the anastomosis. Last one.
The liver has been transplanted, and the stigma have been dealt with.
Well then, please close him up.
I can't believe something like that could happen.
Does this mean that we were transplanting stigma within the liver?
Maybe. But then again, maybe not. All I know is that we took the best course of action we could given the situation.
That operation had several unexpected twists, but the liver transplants are both complete. Great work.
Operation over again. Pretty much from here on out, all of Chapter 7 is that ridiculous. So it'll be fun. It's not always that long, at least. I screwed up, only got 2 bonuses. Whatever. See you next operation.